Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Castle King here, and I'm with my bro, Crusty Loves.
What up? Hey everybody, how you doing? Casket's over there without his shirt on, but for
Yeah,
a $5 dono,
uh,
he'll slap his titty.
for $5 dono, I'll slap my titty, and for
Yep,
20, I'll play with it.
there you go. That's the dono go.
There you go.
$5 for him to slap the titty and say your name. All right. So Casket King, how hyped are you for the Switch 2?
Oh man, it's probably the only console I buy in the next 3 years. Hold on, I
On a
want to
sc-
give a shout out real quick to Demonic Pretty for being our first viewer and first chat. What's up?
What's up? Yeah. So you would say on a scale from 1 to 10, what's your hype at for the Switch 2?
Oh, at least a 9.
All right, we're gonna go through some Nintendo Switch controversy, and we're gonna see where it lands
Oh
afterwards.
no.
How's that sound to you, King?
Yeah, let's do it because I don't know any of the controversies. This is all new to me.
All right, so we're gonna start with some little things, and then we're gonna go up to the bigger problems at hand.
Oh,
And
hold on.
so,
Hold on. Casket has dry mouth and needs a big drink from his big boy Baba.
all right, big boy Baba, baby casket, it's baby casket, drinking from his big boy Baba.
Whew. Alright, I'm good.
All right, segment over. Big boy Baba, brought to you by Pissy Flakes.
They're more than good. They're
They're
piss.
piss. Yeah. Okay, so the first drama is the price. Originally, it was priced at 450 US dollars. In some countries, it would cost significantly less. After the tariffs went into effect, they've removed their pricing for the Switch altogether, and they have yet to announce a new pricing for the
Oh
Switch.
man, I thought 450 was a good price, but fuck. I hope it doesn't go up too high.
Uh, 500 for the Switch Mario Kart bundle is what the original price was.
If I had to guess what the new price is gonna be, it's gonna be about 650.
Yeah. Well, there is no evidence to show what it will be yet.
Well, we'll see if I'm right in the future.
So, not only that, but the cheapest place that you're going to be able to buy a Switch is Japan. Do you know how much a Switch in Japan will cost?
Like 300 US.
Yeah. 300 US dollars for a Switch from Japan. Nintendo got upset because there was a Reddit where people were trying to price match from across the country in order to buy the cheapest version of the Switch they could for the Switch 2. Nintendo responded by saying that the Switch will be geo-locked, so if you buy in Japan, it can only be used in Japan to prevent people from nation shopping.
Damn.
Yeah, what are your thoughts about that, King?
That's fucked up.
Yeah, you don't like that idea?
No, I don't. Yo, shout out to Head. We're actually talking about this new Switch right now.
Yeah, and also to you sexy viewers out there, for a $5 dono, Casket will slap his tit and scream your name.
Well, I'm not gonna scream it, but you get the gist.
Yeah. So, and if we get 10 of those $5 donos, there's a special prize. But that will only be announced after 5 of the $5 donos. So we'll see if we even hit that. Let's see if the chat can do it. So yeah, the Switch is going to be geo-locked. Okay, you ready for the next anti-consumer move by Nintendo?
I guess.
If you have bought digital games for your Switch 1 and you want to play them on a Switch 2, you have to pay money to do that.
Seriously?
They're going to be selling bundles where you can unlock the ability to pay games you've already purchased on their new hardware.
But I've literally all but two of my games are digital.
which means that your digital games are going to ultimately cost more if you want to play
Oh,
them
son of
on
a
the Switch too.
bitch.
Yep. It's estimated it's either going to be $3.99 per game or $5.99 per game that you will unlock on your
Okay.
Switch 2.
Well, I guess that's not too fucking bad. They could have done it for 20.
But that's per game.
Well, to be fair, the only games I unlock are my Pokemon games anyway, so it's only like $10.
Still, though, does that not seem they're putting up an artificial gate to
Oh yeah, it's
force people to
bullshit
pay
for
money?
sure. I agree. It's 100% bullshit.
Yep. All right. So the next thing is the new Nintendo game pricing, $80 for their Mario Kart World.
Yeah,
It's expect
that's crazy.
it's expected that other Nintendo first party games, including Mario games, and as such, that's going to be the new standard. Is what are your thoughts on the price increasing in video games?
Well, see, for me, I don't really care because the only games I really play on Nintendo are Pokemon. It's the only price change I would care about, really.
Oh, you know what? It's $80 for the digital copy, 90 for a physical copy of Mario Kart 8 World or Mario Kart World.
Jesus.
Yep, we are in a world where it almost costs $100 for a.
I know one thing. If a Pokemon game costed exactly $100, I would not buy it brand new ever again.
Is there any pricing released for the new Pokemon game coming out yet?
Nope.
I bet that's not a coincidence. How much
Actually,
you want to
wait.
bet?
You know what? Let me check just to make sure.
All right, let's do so. This is going to be the first Switch 2 Pokemon game. This is going to be like telling
Well,
us what to
technically,
expect.
ZA is also going to be on the Switch 1.
Oh, it's a cross-platformer.
Yes.
Smart move, Nintendo. Then maybe it won't cost stupid money.
Okay, so they're not taking pre orders yet. It was my mistake.
Ooh, that is a bad sign. I mean, at what point is the Pokemon game no longer worth it off of its
Demonic Predator
opening
also
value?
says physical copies are fake physical.
That's what I was getting ready to get into next. That is correct. A physical copy is just a serial code number in a like that you can carry around in your pockets and put into your cartridge to unlock the ability to play the game.
Wait, so there's not even a cartridge in the thing?
No, it is. It's a cartridge with just the unlock key. It doesn't have the game on the cartridge.
God, how is resell gonna work?
You're going to sell your unlock key.
Oh my god, this is fucking stupid.
You can only play the game when you have the cartridge in, which has your unlock key in it.
Oh my god, this is like back in like the 80s when you had a computer game, but it had a little thing with a code on it. And it's like, please insert code to activate game.
Yeah, so Nintendo, let's see here. What other aspects of Nintendo paying for games you already own, even though they already work on hardware? Um, oh yes, there's this as well. It's speculated, not yet 100% confirmed, that there is a 15-day or a 30-day online connection in order to be able to continue playing your games to prevent piracy and um, unlocking of the system. So people who try to boot fake copies of
So you're
games,
saying I
or
always have to be online?
you have to be online for at least once every 30 days, or the games that you purchase, even if they're offline, will lock. That way they can scan your system to make sure you haven't jailbroken your Switch 2.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, so what? Let's take a quick engagement level. So with that being stated, what's your excitement level now? 1 out of 10.
Well, before I do that, I just want to give a shout out to Greasy Phil 420 and Amanda Love.
Greasy Phil 420 and Amanda Loves, shout out to you.
Yeah, if I was at a 9, I'm like at a 5 now. Like, if Pokemon run any other system, I would be getting that. But it's the only game I'm really gonna play on it.
I want to talk a little more about Pokemon, and then we'll get back on the Switch. But beforehand, chat, for a $5 dono, Casket will slap his booby and say your name.
Yeah.
That's right, on camera. He'll slap, and then once we get 5, I'll tell you what the big reward is for getting 10. And so let's continue on from there. So how much is too much to pay for a new Pokemon game? They still haven't released.
$100 easily. If it goes to $100, I'm not paying for it.
What if it's like $85?
80. I'll still do 85, but if as soon as if it hits triple digits, no way. It's bad enough they're gonna be charging $20 for the fucking each for the DLCs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What if it's Gen 10, like an actual generational Pokemon game? That's $100.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
So what if it's like Pokemon the 10th generation and it was $100?
If it's $100, it better come with something to make that extra $20 worth it.
Yeah. They're going to get $100 anyways. They're going to. I mean, if they're going to put in an $80 base pay and then put in $20 DLCs, they're already getting $100 out of you minimum. And if they come out with 3 DLCs, that's $140 they've gotten out of your pocket.
Yeah, but I feel like for Gen 10, if they're gonna put in DLCs, they're not gonna be little maps. They're gonna be really big.
I'm just saying it adds up, though. Would that
It does add up.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't even know the exact final pricing of the Switch 2 yet. Not anymore. Let's take a moment and think about some of the good aspects. It's bigger, larger screen, dynamic refresh rate. I don't know if you saw that or not. It can go up to 120 frames per second.
That's cool. For me, I don't really care about frames per second as long as it's not choppy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It looks like there's going to be good third-party support, a micro SD card slot in the back. There are companies that are working on specific. It can't take every micro SD card. It has to be specific ones.
It has to be a specific one.
But they're working on making a 1 terabyte version of the specific micro SD card. It's probably going to be sold for about $300. If you want to expand your memory, it's got upgraded HD shock in both controllers. They can work as a mouse. I don't know. What are your thoughts about them charging $20 for the system exploration game, like the one that shows you all the fun things that your system can do?
Stupid. It should be free.
I agree. I mean, we had Wii Sports free. If you want to get people
interested in your product, you should be giving out something free.
Yeah. The only purpose of this is to show people how the system's controls work. And yet you have to pay to be able to experience how your system works.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, let's compare Nintendo now to Nintendo back in 2004. Let's say it's the launch date of... Or, let's say that this is the era whenever we had the GameCube, right?
Yeah, it was about 2000, 2001.
Okay, so we're gonna think. Let's look at Nintendo at the GameCube era. They just came off of their Nintendo 64, coming out with a new system. At that time, compared to now, what are you know what? Let's go back to the Wii. The Wii's a better like comparison, because the Wii was like the number one selling system of Nintendo up until the Switch, right?
I think so, yeah.
So Nintendo came out with the Wii. It sold very well. To be honest with you, the number one played game was Wii Sports back when the Wii was out. Everybody loved Wii Sports. Your grandma, your uncle, the kid, everybody loved Wii Sports. Great game. And what did they do? They came out with the Wii U, and it crashed their sales
Yeah, it
completely.
really did.
Why did it crash their sales? Because one, the system, it was a companion piece, relatively speaking. You could do things on it independently, but you had to still be at home. And it just, I don't know, it didn't, it felt like they were riding the success so well off of the Wii that they thought they could get away with doing something shittier for this next generation, and people would still buy it. And I feel like they're going to experience the same thing with the Switch too, because the system altogether is a better system than the Switch. That can't be denied. Even the connection ports for the controllers onto the main system is way better designed this time. The problem that I have is all the anti-consumer rhetoric they have going on within the system, like that's built in specifically to nickel and dime you for anything you want to fucking do on the system. That I feel like is going to cause problems. If you don't pay for home internet and you can't connect your Switch to the internet at least once every 30 days, you're fucked. You better not buy a Switch. It's just going to become locked. You know, if you can't pay to unlock the games that you already paid for just because it's on an upgraded system, goodbye, other games. I guess they're forever gone. You know, they'll still show up in your game catalog, but then whenever you go to use them, it'll remind you, oh, you need a Switch 2 upgrade packet to play this Switch 1 game. Really? Artificial gatekeeping for no other reason than we want more money for you to do what you could do anyways. It's ridiculous. So in the long run, the Switch 2 absolutely has no... I feel like it's not going to sell as well as the Switch 1.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, think about this. If you buy the Switch, the previous cost was $450. It was $80 for the camera setup, right? So
Yeah,
even if you sorry, go ahead.
I probably wouldn't even buy the camera, to be honest.
Who would? Why would anyone buy something like that? For what purpose does it serve?
Yeah, if you're gonna have a camera for your system, just fucking build it into the system. You can make a
No,
camera.
they have...
The thing is, you can make a camera so small now, like, you know.
Yeah, but then they can't sell you another product, and they
Yeah.
want to maximize that profit. I will say they did include a microphone into the system. Thank God they did that. Their big sell point now is you can talk to your friends when you play with them.
I have Discord.
Yeah. That should have been something that was implemented on the Switch 1. To be completely honest with you. I don't know. I'm just saying anti-consumer-esque activities are taking place. I don't even know how GameStop is still around. Could not tell you.
I don't even go to GameStop. I go to this local place.
Yeah. I go in there just to check out their plushies. I like their nerd stuff.
Oh man.
They bait me with that. What is it, King?
I was just thinking, you said nerd stuff, and I started thinking about GameStop. But the last time I was in GameStop, they had like these ramen bowls with like chopsticks, like custom Pokemon ones.
Yeah.
And that just made me think, man, I sure could go for a bowl of like actual ramen.
Mm. If only, if only. So, what are your thoughts about the tariffs going on? What are you like? Tell me what does a tariff mean to you?
I I don't even fully understand it, and I'm not gonna bullshit. Mm. The whole thing is stupid to me. Like
Hmm.
this is just a big dick measuring contest, is all it is.
Remember when we had Trump fighting with Jim Kong Un about who's got the bigger red button?
Oh god.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, my rockets are bigger, Kim. I feel like this is a version of that just against the whole world now. It's like he went to his ultimate form. He went Super Saiyan Trump. And now he's just like, oh, no one can defeat me. He's become a villain of an anime.
I can't believe this is the timeline I live in.
Hmm. All right, well, tell me this then. What, I mean, okay, you don't really know what tariffs are. You're honest about that.
I know they're like a tax on products and something.
Tax on products and something. Love it.
I'm not a smart man, and I gotta admit I am an American man, so I am kind of fucking stupid.
American man.
Not only am I an American man, but I am a Florida man.
That you are, buddy. That you are.
And that's just a whole breed to itself.
Yeah. So, any weird Florida news?
Uh, none that I can think of. I haven't heard anything.
Interesting. Well, I'm happy to report that the wildfires in my state are under control and everything is still burning, but it's controlled.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, the air was getting very smoky for a few days. Remember when my fire alarm went off?
No, I don't remember that.
It was like a week or so ago. My fire alarm started going off and I had to mute myself. You may have not been paying attention. But the reason why it went off is because I opened my window to let in air, and it let in smoke from the fucking fire.
Damn.
And my fire alarm was like, bro, there's a fire." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know there is. It's outside." That's how smoky the outside air was. Is that
That's
my indoor fire
crazy.
alarm went off when I opened up my window? Like that should tell you how bad the air quality was. So, what Switch games are you looking forward to besides Pokemon? Anything catch your eye?
I don't know. Maybe Mario Kart.
Hmm.
Like
What about the Mario
the
Kart?
only three franchises other than Pokemon I might consider buying is like Mario Kart, um, Smash, and like Splatoon 4.
I wonder what new aspects are going to add to a new Splatoon game. Like, what can they actually add to it to make it different?
I don't know, new weapons, new abilities, new maps.
Hmm. That would be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Splatoon 1 and 2 were so good.
I still think
I
3 is
just,
good.
huh?
I still say 3 is just as good as 1 and 2.
Never played 3. Not that I really played 1 or 2, but I really didn't hear much about 3. It didn't get the hype that 1 and 2 got. Not in my circles, anyway. I mean, what about a Splatoon game that costs $80? How would you feel about that?
I don't know. I'd like to think it would at least come with a keychain or something for that much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think that they'll end up coming out with a Switch 2 Lite like they did with the Switch 1?
I don't know, but I'm sure they'll come up with an OLED model.
Yeah, after everybody bitches about buying their model they have, they're going to come out with a better version for $50 more.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be $100 more.
You're right. They're going to want every dime they can get out of somebody. They're definitely going to go $100 more.
Dude, I got my Switch. Let me tell you how I got my Switch.
Love the laugh.
My Switch. I actually got the Splatoon 2 Special Edition Switch. But the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, it had been misplaced on the shelf and was under normal price. And so they had to sell it to me at normal price.
Hell yeah.
So I got a special edition Switch for the price of a normal one.
That is actually that's a smart way thing. If you can take a picture of them having it under the wrong thing, beneath under the glass, they have to sell it to you for what the price is underneath it. That is absolutely the truth. I've done that with a few items myself, and every time they've always sold it to me for where I've taken the picture. If it's an item that's under glass, that means an employee had to put it in there wrong,
Yeah.
which means they have to take responsibility for it.
Yeah, it was
So
under glass.
yeah, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be where you need access to get to it by an employee. But as long as you can catch them on that, I mean, that's just a win all day. I know people that are you aware that there's a wild fan base for Hot Wheels for adults?
Yeah.
Yeah, I this community both fascinates and just I don't know. I'm so captivated by how obsessed these people are with Hot Wheel
Yeah,
cars.
my girlfriend Alice, she goes to a lot of swap meets, and she says there's a lot of Hot Wheel people at these swap meets.
Damn. What I
But
find
like they
interesting,
even have their own like swap meets just for Hot Wheels down there in Columbia.
really,
Yeah, yeah,
wow. What I find interesting is they have it set up like, and when I say they, I mean Hot Wheels themselves, is certain cars, some of them will be made with rubber tires versus others that have the plastic tires, and they're the exact same model. It's just every so many of them they make with actual rubber tires. And the reason why they do that is for the Hot Wheel collectors because they want them to try to hunt for them so that they buy more of them to find them. And it blows my mind. I did not realize there was such a like massive fan base for this, you know?
oh yeah. My old man used to collect all this shit.
Really?
Yeah. As a child, I must have had 1,000 Hot Wheels.
Hmm. Did you have a favorite?
No,
Did you ever play with them or did you just have them in a
I
bucket?
I honestly had no interest in cars, but that's all my old man would buy me, and it's like I've got all these toys that I can't play with because I don't care about them.
Ooh, you know what? I think he bought you those cars because he named you after another one of your family members that was a race car driver and he wanted you to be one.
Oh God, yeah. I know what he wanted for me to be a mechanic.
Casket the mechanic.
Yeah, that sure as hell wasn't gonna happen. How can I learn anything when all I'm doing is holding a flashlight and being screamed at?
Why were you holding a flashlight?
Because it's like he'd be working under the hood and he'd be like, point the light here. And it's
Mm,
like, I'd be like 10. And of course, I didn't want to be out there.
mm-hmm.
Just the whole thing. Helping my old man with anything was a real bitch.
Was he a mechanic?
He was a transmission builder.
Oh, wow.
He could pull one apart and put it back together like that.
Mm. He wanted you to walk in his footsteps.
Basically.
Mm.
Did you ever tell him that you didn't want to do that?
Well, I never really had the chance.
Is it because he passed away before you could?
Pretty much.
Hmm. How old were you when he passed away?
I had just turned 18.
Mm.
Not even 2 days before.
Mm. That's a tragedy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you think that's bad? 2 weeks later, I had to move in with my grandmother, so. mm.
So I have a question, totally unrelated, but what was your birthday wish when you were 18?
I don't think I had one.
Okay. I was going to make a very inappropriate dark joke, and I'm glad I chose not to. Um, so tell me about your first experience with a Nintendo product.
Well, when I was probably about 4, my dad bought the original Nintendo system. So we
Mm-hmm.
had that for a while. I mean, I was still kind of young to like understand this shit. Like I had Mario and Duck Hunt, but I also had like the original Legend of Zelda, but I didn't have the
Mm-hmm.
booklet, so I had no idea how to play.
Mm.
And I just had like a mishmash of games. Like I had the Simpsons game for the NES, Hamburger Time, great game, like a karate game.
How far did you get in hamburger time?
My score was never that high, but we still had a good time playing it.
Mm-hmm. You know that Bob's Burger had an episode based off of hamburger time.
No, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Bob gets obsessed with playing it. It's a great episode. He's also addicted to pills in that episode. Not so
Oh,
great, but
damn.
yeah, he breaks his arm or he gets hurt somehow. I can't remember, and he starts taking these pain pills, and he gets all euphoric, and he plays hamburger time for
Yeah,
days and days, and that's all he wants to do is get the highest score to the point where he starts dreaming about it.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really like the Nintendo that much because it's like I never knew how to play the games.
Mm-hmm.
But it was either 98 or 99 we got the PlayStation 1, and that was great.
What was your first games on there?
Oh man, we our first like 4 games was like NASCAR for my dad. A game called Rogue Trip 2012. It was kind of like Twisted Metal. We got the first Resident Evil game, and some other game that I can't remember.
Huh. NASCAR. Interesting. I don't know. I don't really. I'm not a big fan of sport games.
The only sport game I enjoy is Punch Out.
Have you actually played it, or just only seen it online?
No, I've played it on the NES. I've played it on the Wii.
Hmm. Wow, you've actually played the Punch Out. Did you beat it though? Did you get past the Mike Tyson?
No, I never made that far in the NES one.
Yeah.
But in the Wii one, I almost made it to the end.
Who'd you get stuck on?
I can't remember, but it was like really close to the end.
Mm. Have you ever thought about speed running any new games?
Not really. I spent that time speed running Resident Evil 3, and that was fun. But I can't
Mm-hmm.
think of any other game I'd speed run.
Yeah.
What if people start giving you bounties to speedrun games?
I don't know.
I don't know. I love the way you said that.
I guess I could try and speed run Toy Story 2.
Wow. What's the record for that game?
I have no idea.
I'd be curious to find out.
If
Wouldn't that be cool?
I think, if I remember correctly, I think a guy did it in 42 minutes.
How cool would it be if you became the #1 speedrunner for a video game?
It'd be amazing.
And out of any video game, it's Toy Story 2.
Krusty, I have a question for you.
Alright.
If you could work with any YouTuber at all, who would you want to work with?
Any YouTuber at all. What's my motivation for working with them? That's the first thing I gotta figure out. If it's just pure viewership, it's PewDiePie. If it's for personal reasons, it's someone else. Why? Who would you work with?
Who would I? You know what? I feel like I know what your other answer is, and I feel like
If you guess,
your other answer is very hingent on whether or not I also show up, and I think your other answer is Good Mythical Morning.
nope, that's not my other answer. I do not like Good Mythical Morning.
Really?
I'm not even subscribed to them anymore. I haven't been in about 2 years. Yeah. It's been about 2 years since I've been subscribed to Good Mythical Morning.
Wow.
I think I've watched one episode in the last 2 years. Every 3 or 4 months, I go check their channel to see if they're still doing the same stupid shit, and then I click off before I click a video. I'm tired of their food videos, man. They've been on that harp for half a decade. You know, I missed when they would actually do other content. Now it's just like, who has the best chocolate bar? Let's do the fancy food taste test. Let's see who makes the best.
If it's not Good Mythical Morning, who is it?
Like I said, well, I'm not done with my Good Mythical Morning rant,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Good Mythical Morning, Lincoln Red. I realize that you've sold your soul at this point, and all you care about is making more money because you clearly don't care about the creativity of the content. I don't know who's writing the scripts for your episodes, but they've obviously got a food obsession, man. They've obviously got a food obsession. You guys aren't writing the scripts anymore or any sort of ideas for it, and that's okay. You just sold out and you want to live your life. But dude, your content sucks now. If your YouTube channel started with the type of videos you're making now, you wouldn't have half the viewership that you have now. You're riding off your coattail of your most famous years, and you're just doing half-ass food content for the last half decade. Do something new. Okay, I'm done.
Well, all right.
I've said my piece. Yeah, no, I would say if it's not for, I really can't say. I really can't say. So you would be on Good Mythical Morning, huh?
Well, no, I only say that depending on if you would be there or not.
I wouldn't. I would not. Even if they offered it to me, I don't know. I might do it just to put you there.
For me, if it were pure numbers, I would go with Shane Dawson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I also want to work with him, too, to an extent. But if I'm doing it just for my fans and knowing they would absolutely love watching me do this shit, there's a YouTuber called Chad Zuber. He's a primitive survivalist, and I think it would be hilarious if I did a video with him where I am, like, shirtless
Out
in
the
the
woods?
desert with him. I'm, like, He wears these like Native American pants sometimes that he
Isn't he the
made
guy that doesn't talk in his
himself.
videos?
Sometimes he talks,
But not often.
not often. But he like makes
Like
his own hut. He makes his own food.
I could see him over there chopping a tree down all quiet, and you're over there going, "Oh God, I'm gonna die!" And you're just swinging at a tree, just like that would be a hilarious contrast. I would love to see that.
See, that's why I pick it because I know people would absolutely love to watch me struggle in the fucking desert to try and survive.
Oh, people wouldn't just love that; they would fucking
They would eat that
it'd be
shit
super
up.
hilarious. Yeah, they would. That's a good pick, Casket. Oh my gosh, yeah. For me, I would choose. It would be an ASMR YouTuber.
Really?
Yep.
Can I take a guess at who it is?
Nope.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Because you would guess right, and I want to. I don't want. You already know. That's all I have to say. You know how obsessed I am with this particular content creator.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be for me. For no one else. But yeah, no. That would be interesting. Oh, man. So do you have any plans coming up this week?
Well, me and Jeff have got a casket rewind coming up this week.
Really?
Yeah, we'll be filming it either sometime today or tomorrow.
That's cool. You want to tell the audience what you're going to be doing a rewind
We're
on?
gonna be watching the Super Mario Brothers movie from 1993.
That's great. You know, another good movie choice idea would be The Pest.
You know, it's funny you say that, Krusty. Me and Jeff, I was just talking to Jeff about that movie yesterday.
What did you guys talk about it?
I said, Jeff, I know a movie we have to do at some point. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's called The Pest. And we looked up the trailer, and we both had a laugh.
Have you seen the movie The Pest?
I've only seen a review.
Oh my god, dude. Okay. Oh my god, yes. The Pest is everything dumb from the 90s.
I agree.
The main character is
John Leguizamo.
yeah. The guy who plays Luigi in the Mario Brothers movies.
It's a me, a Mario.
But dude, The Pest is so fucking 90s comedy. It's so like everything 90s comedy is The Pest. That's all it is. It's just a 90s comedy movie. In the worst way. But yeah, I think that would be a great one for you to do. How did you come across that movie?
I think the Nostalgia Critic reviewed it.
Oh, I bet he did. I haven't seen the Nostalgia Critic in years. So, like, on your recommended page on YouTube, what type of content usually pops up? Or
Sorry,
what are you doing?
I'm typing a message to the historian.
Really? What's he doing?
Oh, you know the normal historian stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's
Does he
go
know?
through my recommended, shall we?
Yeah, like what kind of videos pop up on your recommended list?
Oh God, here we go. Well, let's see here. We've got. Okay, this is not a good sample.
Why is that, Casket?
Because for some reason only one video is showing up. Let me reopen the video thing. Alright, YouTube recommended. Alright, let's see here. We've got a weird massage video.
All right.
Another weird massage video.
All right.
Another weird massage video.
Casket. Okay, I've got questions, but I'll keep
I'll
going.
explain later. We got a Japanese YouTuber who tries different foods from around Japan.
All right.
We've got a courtroom video.
Ooh, courtroom.
We've got some Law and Order. Love me some Law and Order.
Interesting.
We've got some Femboy ASMR.
Okay. Good for you, buddy. I did not see that coming.
We've got we got an Ask Reddit.
Oh yeah, that's a crossover we have.
We've got another massage video.
I see a pattern.
We got a Karen video.
Nice.
Another Karen video. Some stuff from the news. We got some Death Clock. We've got a Thai massage. We got a rain video. Shall I keep going?
All right. That's 5 massage videos that you've named off here. What's up with that? Why does YouTube think you want to watch that so badly?
Okay, because I just like watching weird massage videos. The weirder it is, the more interested I'm in. It's massage. You're supposed to be doing this to relax. And it's like, oh, they're setting this guy on fire for massage. It's like, okay, let's see how this is relaxing.
Oh, I thought there was a sexual component to it.
No, it's not. Not at all.
All right. Mine's a lot darker. Mine are all about serial killers and murderers, police interrogation videos.
Damn.
that and then Blue Cam, the YouTube channel, that's literally 90% of my recommended. Like, I don't know. I just love police interrogation videos. I'm definitely one of those, what do they call it? Murder porn people. Yeah, that's me.
Damn.
South Park coined that term. I'm going to be one of those murder porn, like, parents off of South Park. Totally.
Rusty, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Let's say you found out you were having 4 sons at the same time. They were all going to be born on the same day. They were quadruplets.
If they were born on different days, I'd have questions.
And
but keep going.
What is the likelihood that you name them after the 4 South Park characters?
Oh, pretty fucking high. At least 90%. At least 90%. Oh my god, yes. You know what? It just went up to 100%. See, in my bloodline, the firstborn male has to have the same initials as the previous. It's been in the family, like, through the 1700s, at least.
Right.
And so, my first boy would just be Cartman. Yeah.
So you would name him Eric Cartman.
No, it would just be Cartman. It has to have my initials. That's the only way I can make it work.
I see.
Yeah. But I would call him Eric.
And one day he came up to you and says, "Daddy, why is my name Cartman?"
Well, buddy, I've got a great show for you to watch. You're 6 now. That's old enough.
Little boy, I'm going to show you a show. Come on down, South
Yeah,
Park, and have yourself
call
a
your
time.
brothers in here. Stan, Kyle.
Kitty.
And they're all six, and their younger brother comes in, who's 5, and his Butters.
Yeah, they have one younger sibling, and his name is Butters.
Yep. Butters! Well, Dad, I don't know about this. It's a little I don't know about it. Well, come on, Butters. It's the show you were named after. Well, it just seems like it was a little bit not made for people of my age group, Dad.
Get in here, Butters, or you're gonna be grounded.
Yeah. Well, Dad, you know what? I'm not going to be grounded, Dad. I'm just not going to do it, Dad.
You're grounded, young man.
Oh, fiddlesticks!
And then I come by. I'm like the chef character.
Well, hello, boys.
Hello there, children. Hey, Uncle Chef. Or Uncle Casket.
Hey, Uncle Casket.
What seems to be the problem, boys?
What's a Vagisil?
I'm sorry, did you say Vagisil?
Yeah, Mama says she needs some.
Well, boys, you see, Vagisil is for ladies, and you really shouldn't mess with it.
Daddy says Mama needs some. We were trying to help him out.
Well, boys, here's $10. Go down to the pharmacy, tell them what you need.
And then you just walk off screen. You're like, what the fuck? Oh, man, I would absolutely be fucking Randy. Can't you see me being a Randy style father?
Oh, wait, if you're Randy, then I have to be Towley.
Oh man, but couldn't you see me being a Randy?
Oh, for sure. You should grow a Randy mustache.
Oh, well, I've got a beard. I got a sexy beard going on.
I mean, he kind of has a beard, doesn't he? No, he just has the mustache, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh man, I love my beard though. Can't go back to not being a beard guy.
Alright, children, I'm gonna sing you a little song. I'm gonna make love to you, woman. I'm gonna lay down by the fire. I wanna make love to you, woman. And that's when you walk in.
Yeah, I've got my balls held up against a microwave, drinking a beer.
Well, hey, Krusty.
Well, hey, Casket. This microwave's just held against my nuts. You want a beer?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, man. October is gonna be crazy.
October?
Yeah, aren't we meeting in October?
Yeah. Oh, duh. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. I was like, what? South Park's not coming out in October. We were just talking about South Park. I was like, you're off. Yeah. I was looking at movies that come out this October.
Oh, anything good?
I can't remember now. Fuck me.
It must not have been very good.
No, there was one I was hyped about, but
Was it 28 years later?
yeah, but besides that one, there was another one.
Well, let's find out what movies are coming out in October.
Let's do it. Oh, I'd like to officially announce that the Minecraft movie has outsold the Snow White movie in 1 weekend versus its 3 weeks. Not only has it outsold it, but it's tripled.
Alright, so we got Mortal Kombat 2.
Yes, I'm hyped.
We got Tron, which the trailer looked amazing.
Yep.
We got Dust Bunny.
I don't know what that is. It sounds like a porno.
Roof Man.
Mm.
Oh, there's an Avatar movie coming out. Oh, but that's not coming out till next year. Wow, I can't believe Airbender is getting a movie after all these years.
Avatar: Last Airbender is getting a movie.
Yeah, 2026.
What's it called?
Let's see if it has a name yet. Hmm. I guess the working name is The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender.
Is it live action?
Upcoming
Please
animated
God.
film follows Aang and his friends now as young adults several years after the events of the ending of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, so we're not going to see the famous scene where Aang dies.
Nah, it doesn't look like it.
Why aren't we getting another continuation TV show? Fuck!
It's not a TV show, it's a movie.
I know. I'd rather have a TV show. Fuck. Avatar does better on long form content.
Well, what about the third Avatar? Are you going to watch the third Avatar?
No,
I am.
I'm not. My Avatar will always be Aang. Thank you very much.
And I gotta admit, Korra was kind of hot.
Boy was 16, pervert.
What?
Boy was 16, pervert.
Wasn't she like 18 by the end?
I don't know.
Pretty sure she was.
Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, I know. Mortal Kombat 2, super hyped for that. 10 out of 10 hype. Also, get this. They're making another Jumanji movie. Comes out next year.
Oh my god, is it still a video game? Or are they doing something else?
No one knows what the storyline is. They haven't released anything about it. They're going to start filming it this winter or early next year, and it comes out at the end of next year. All four of the main characters from the trilogy Jumanji. Although I do argue that the original Jumanji is a part of the Jumanji series because they literally show you where he stayed in the jungle. Like they connected it to the previous movie in multiple ways. Right. So, but we're getting a fourth one, and it's supposed to be the finale. It's the final one. So, take that for what you will, but...
Well, depending on how it looks in the trailer, maybe I'll catch up on the Jumanji movies.
They're not bad.
I mean, the first... my problem is... And this is really my biggest problem. My real only problem, really. I can't stand The Rock in almost any movie. There's only one Rock movie that I like. But any other time he's in a movie, I don't see him playing a character. I just see The Rock. It ruins the movie for me.
But doesn't that kind of make sense if he's in a video game? Like they're like, oh, we need a really powerful character, and the video game's like, we're just going to choose an avatar of The Rock.
Yeah, that's true, but that's still all I see is The Rock.
All right, well, tell me this. What movie do you like The Rock in?
Okay, let me look it up because I want to be correct on this.
I have a movie in my mind. Can I guess it?
Go ahead.
Is it the one where he plays the Tooth Fairy?
No.
That's a great Rock movie. Oh, come on. The Rock as the Tooth Fairy is great.
My favorite Rock movie is Central Intelligence, where it like starts out where he's like a fat kid, and and they bully him, and like he disappears, but when he comes back, he's like this really big buff guy. That's the only movie I like The Rock in.
You want to know an interesting fact about Rock's movie contracts?
Sure.
In every contract that The Rock signs onto a movie,
yeah,
he has it written into his contract that he's never allowed to lose a fight on screen.
Damn.
Yeah, he's just not allowed to lose a fight on screen, period. Which is why in the Jumanji movie, when he was getting killed by those leopards or whatever they were, those lightning leopards or whatever they were, they cut away from that where you could hear him yelling, but that was it. And then whenever he responded, they asked what happened. He goes, "I'm not going to talk about it." Like that's why they didn't. You're not allowed to show him losing. That's why his first death was being pushed off a cliff, because technically it was an ambush and not a fight. And his second fight with which he did lose with the animals, they panned away because he's not allowed to be shown losing.
Huh.
Yeah, I saw that in a behind the scenes. It's in his contracts. Yeah, he has to keep his persona up. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was a WWE wrestler.
If someone was trying to get you for their movie, what would your one demand be? If you could only have one demand, you could have something written into the script. If you want something in your dressing room, what would be your one demand?
I get to have a. All right, for my one demand is any movie that I would be, and this demand would be met,
Yes.
right?
Yes. It's your one demand, but it will be met.
All right, I get to have a sex scene in every movie where I actually have sex. No, I'm just joking. Kind of. If I can't do that one, which I totally would, then it would be that I get to play the guitar and do my own, like, I get my own song feature in every movie I'm in for one song.
All right, not bad, not bad.
Yeah, what about you?
For me, I want two things.
Hey, you said one.
Yeah, but they combine.
I don't know. I don't
All
know
right,
if that's breaking the
hear my
rules. We'll see.
request, and then we'll see your reaction. All I want in my dressing room is a hot tub and a couple of
Mm-hmm.
femboys.
I don't know. I feel like that might be. You know what? I don't know. That might be. I don't know. That's you're blurring the line, baby. I'm gonna give that
I
a.
think they'd go for it because at least then they don't have to change their movie.
I get to play the guitar in every movie I'm in and have at least one song
Hell
like
yeah.
in each movie. Yep. Damn. I think that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Mm. So what if like Hollywood came to you and said, "Casket King, we want you to be in this movie, and we want you to play the fairy godmother, and this is going to be a live action version of um whatever the fuck it is with the glass slipper."
Cinderella,
Yeah.
and they want me to be the fairy godmother.
Yep.
Now, am I still a man or am I playing a woman?
You're playing a woman fairy godmother.
Okay, okay. I mean, Louis Anderson did a thing in drag, so I mean, why shouldn't
All right, so you'd be down for that?
I? On the condition I can do my grandma voice.
Let's hear it. Let's. All right. All right. You know what? This is your audition tape. You're gonna play the fairy godmother, and I'm gonna play Cinderella. All right. The scene opens up, and the light comes into the room, and all of a sudden, poof! You appear in front of me, and I'm in my shitty like washing clothes, and I've just put away all the cleaning shit.
Hello, Cinderella. It is I, your fairy godmother.
Oh my! Where did you come from?
I come from a land of fairy dust and dreams.
Oh, what do you want with me?
I'm here to grant you one wish.
You're scaring me.
Be
Can I
not
wish for
afraid,
me?
child. 'Bippity boppity boop. 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 'Bi
Oh, okay. So I can have any wish?
You can wish for anything your heart desires, sweetheart.
Oh, I wish to dance with the prince at the
Well, all
ball
right,
tonight.
let's make it happen.
Oh, all right. Now you have to sing a song while you cast your spells.
Oh, God, fuck me. Here we go. Bippity boppity boo. We're gonna do it in two. We're gonna make you queen of the ball.
Oh, my dress is so beautiful now.
A pumpkin for a carriage and some ice with some heritage.
Oh, it's
We'll
so
make some
beautiful.
horses ride up nice.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's everything I dreamed of.
All
Gotta
right,
do it,
darling,
gotta do it.
here your glass slippers. Be home by midnight.
Oh, well, thank you, fairy godmother. Thank you.
All right, now
You
don't
got
do
the
anything I wouldn't do.
All right, audition tape done. That was beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. I would watch that movie. That'd be a fucking great movie. You put some energy into that.
Well, I haven't
Come
done
on,
my
Jack.
I haven't done my grandma character in a while. I didn't know how well it come out.
Yeah, give Casket some love for that. That was 10 out of 10 right there.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So if you could be in any type of movie, what type of movie would you want to be in?
I don't know, either a horror or a comedy or maybe a mix of both.
Yeah, like scary movies from like the early 2000s.
Yeah, something like Scary Movie or Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. Let's see, what kind of horror have they not done a comedy spoof on? They've done the killers, they've done the zombies. Have they done a comedy horror alien invasion movie?
Kind of Scary Movie, either 2 or 3.
Oh fuck. Okay, we're gonna have to find a new genre. I'm sure they covered the Saw shit.
Yeah.
Okay, hear me out. A comedy horror of Poltergeist.
Been done.
Damn. All right, a
Scary
comedy
Movie
horror.
did it. Scary Movie did it.
Okay, what about this? A comedy horror movie of Blair Witch. You like the whole time, all this weird shit keeps happening, and then you're just totally oblivious to all this weird shit happening around you, and you just keep
I don't know.
writing it
Blair Witch
off.
has been parodied and comedied so many times. I don't know if it would work.
Okay, let's see here. Let's keep coming up with some ideas. Anything in the chat, people? We would love to hear your ideas
Any
here.
recommendations?
Let's see here. There's got to be a horror type of movie that hasn't been parodied to death
I'm
yet.
telling you, everything's been parodied.
What if we just make our own? What if you played the horror beast?
We got a monster when I play.
You're a monster, but you're just playing your regular self. But
Dude,
everyone
I just had
around
an
you
idea
freaks
for
the
a
fuck out.
movie. Okay, I had an idea for a horror movie.
Okay, I'm listening.
What if? Okay, what if it's like a horror movie where the monster is like a neckbeard,
Okay, keep going.
and it's like, oh, 5 sorority girls are stuck in a cabin in the middle of the woods,
All right.
and like maybe he like I don't have all the details. This is just my first draft, but what do you think so far?
Is the movie just going to be called Neckbeard? Because I love it.
I don't know. He would definitely have a fedora.
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be funny if you just played yourself lost in the woods, and every time you came up to people, they just freaked out and ran off like you were some sort of like monster. And you're just trying to find your way home this whole time. You're like, oh god, I've just been out here for 4 days. Please, someone help me.
Actually, The
What the
Simpsons
fuck?
already did that.
Fuck you, Simpsons. Fuck you.
I literally watched the episode yesterday where they did that.
Damn. I do like this neckbeard movie idea. How would you first show up in the movie? All right, so like, is the main characters going to be the girls, or is it going to be watching from your point of view?
I don't know. I don't know yet. But it's like one of the girls like knows this guy online, and she doesn't know what he looks like. Maybe she invites him.
Yeah. She invites him down to the cabin to get a little bit of punani.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, she's obviously interested in him, but what happens? Okay, this is the scene where the girl and the guy meets. Okay, the neckbeard and the
Okay, what
sorority
about
girl.
this? What about this? What about this? Okay, you know how like some people do this thing where it's like, oh, you bring the ugliest date.
Yeah. Ooh. A pig party.
Yeah, pig party. But what if it's like instead of guys bringing chicks, it's the sorority girls bringing in these like neck beards, and they're trying
Yeah.
to decide who like the greasiest one is.
Yeah. Oh my god. What happens though? Like when does the killing happen?
Uh, I think the guys figure out it's a pig party, and they get really enraged.
Oh my god. And then you've got fat neckbeard strength just destroying the cabin. You know what? I would watch the movie. But does any of the girls survive?
I think one of them does. Yeah, like the original one.
Damn.
We need her for the sequel.
She's driving off in the background. She drives off, and you see a neckbeard walking off into the woods.
No, you just see a fedora on the side of the road.
Oh, hell yeah. This needs to be a movie, bro.
See, I come up with something good every once in a while.
Yeah. Neckbeard.
No, it should be called Nice Guy.
Oh my god, yes.
It's a way better title.
Yep. Agreed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my god, I want it to be from the perspective of a nice guy. He's sitting there on his computer, been talking to this chick, flirting with her, and he gets his hopes all up, and he's like, "Oh my god, what's
Yeah,
gonna
and it's like
happen?"
they were planning this for like a whole year, so they're like really angry.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Because it's like after a year, you feel like you're really connected to somebody.
Yeah.
And then just to find out it's a pig party that drives some people mad.
Oh my god, this has to be a movie. Casket, will you play nice guy? I'm gonna make this
I'll
happen.
play one of the nice guys, sure.
But you're gonna play the main character. You're gonna be like the one that it follows through the whole thing.
Oh man,
What?
I'm like the one that refuses like to kill the girl.
No, you're gonna be the one. You're gonna be the one that actually, like, enrages. Or I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to talk it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but if I'm the one that rages the most, then it doesn't make sense that My girl is the one that survives.
Maybe she's just too acrobatic. She's the one that gets away.
Maybe.
That would lead up for a good sequel. Like, oh, his girl's the one that got away.
Yeah, he makes a big Reddit post. Oh, the girl that got away.
Yep. Dear Reddit.
That would be the ending credits. Him making a Reddit post of the whole thing.
Yeah. On an anonymous throwaway account.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he opens up Discord and he starts playing an MMO. Oh my god, that would be too good. That's a good movie right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I think we've been live long enough. What do you think?
Yeah, we've been going on for an hour now.
All right, well, I guess we're gonna call it here, Mr. King.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Goodbye.